Hello guys, welcome back to our anime explainer. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of upcoming episode of Soul Land. So let's start. Oscar looked at Ning Rongrong and said in a deep voice, "Let's get started." Ning Rongrong nodded. The eyes of both of them lit up at the same time. Oscar's hands had completely turned white, while Ning Rongrong's hands were full of 9-color light halo in the eyes of everyone. The other 8 spirit rings on Oscar and Ning Rongrong's body became dim, and even disappeared. Only the 9th spirit ring suddenly became large, blooming with dazzling brilliance, and the 2 red halos rapidly expanded, covering each other's bodies when the 2 red halos merged into one. The white on Oscar's hand turned pink, while the 9-colored light on Ning Rongrong's hand turned white instead. It exploded suddenly, and immediately, the entire meeting hall was filled with an extremely strange energy breath. This energy breath gave people the feeling that it was not aggressive or oppressive, but it still made people feel how much energy it contained. The gigantic, 10-meter-high, 3-meter-high golden mask was just as the light diffused Oscar, Ning Rongrong, and Tang San's bodies were all shrouded in it, and the energy that was still fluctuating violently a moment ago was suddenly restrained at this moment, and all of them were covered by that the mask shrouded it, and it felt as if it had disappeared out of thin air, but the scene inside the mask also began to change. The master frowned slightly, and murmured to himself, "This is the energy that Xiao Ao and the others released on purpose to block them. The aura of skills is released. These children are really grown up, and can still keep calm." Everyone gathered around the golden mask and looked inward. It feels that the golden mask only has the function of isolating energy, and cannot isolate other things. Everyone is paying attention. At the same time, Tang Hao, Poison Doluor, Golden Iron Triangle, Xiao Wu, and the others also cheered up, ready to respond at any time, in case Bibi Dong might appear. That golden mask feels like another one world, one strange world, surrounded by red light. Tang San on the ground did not change much, but the bodies of Oscar and Ning Rongrong had a strange transformation, an illusory light and shadow appeared behind each of them. What appeared behind Oscar was a yellow figure with a slender figure is wearing a yellow robe and a high crown. There are soft yellow energy fluctuations around the body. Behind Ning Rongrong, there is a 9-colored figure surrounded by 9-colored long skirts. There are countless colorful ribbons flying up, showing that she is a woman. After the appearance of these 2 phantoms, the 2 soul rings emitting red light disappeared. Oscar and Ning Rongrong just held each other's hands and closed their eyes. Their bodies were also illuminated by the light behind them. Emitting the same brilliance, the light and shadow behind them gradually merged with their bodies, and the phantom figure became more and more real, while Oscar and Ning Rongrong disappeared in the light, as if they had merged with the phantom. "Master, what's the matter?" Tang Hao couldn't help asking the master. The master shook his head and said, "I don't know that martial soul fusion skills at this level are rare, let alone the martial soul fusion skills produced by skill fusion. We must firmly believe that they will be able to create miracles. Let's pray for Xiao San together. Xiao San will not die, definitely not." Tang Hao nodded vigorously. He also closed his eyes and prayed silently in his heart. After the fusion of the phantom body is completed, the person appearing in the golden mask is exactly a man in a yellow robe and a high crown and a stunning woman in a 9-colored dress. The strange thing is that although their figures have changed and their attire has changed into this strange appearance, their faces are still Oscar and Ning Rongrong's at this moment. The faces of the 2 of them revealed a sacred and inviolable light, and their respective bodies were filled with strange brilliance. Although the energy fluctuations were isolated by the golden light, at this moment, the few titled Dolor outside could clearly see it. Feeling how huge the sacred aura is, they even felt that if the aura gushed out from the golden mask, they would be absolutely irresistible. The 4 hands that were held were slowly loosened. Oscar and Ning Rongrong each retracted their hands to their chests. With the movement of holding his heart, a pink ball of light slowly emerged from the hands of the yellow man transformed by Oscar. With the appearance of this light, the yellow color on Oscar's body gradually became thinner. Ning Rongrong's situation is similar to that of Oscar. It's just that what appeared in her hand was a 9-color light sphere. The 2 light spheres shone in front of them, releasing soft, but extremely strong energy fluctuations. Among the crowd, the one who had the most divine power was Xiao Wu. She also clearly knew what happened when Oscar and Ning Rongrong completed the absorption of the last spirit ring. Xiao Wu had completely forgotten the pain in her body, the red magic lines loomed on her hands. But she forcefully used her willpower, forcibly suppressing the icy energy in his body, not letting himself show any painful expressions, or a trace of voice. Is this the god of cookery, and the nine-colored goddess? Brother has hope. Xiao Ao and Rongrong's ninth martial soul fusion skill seems to have attracted two great gods to descend and use their power. No wonder they said this skill can help brother revive. If it is the descending of gods, then it is true it possible. Judging by their attributes, these two gods should also belong to the support system. The two support system gods will help you revive me. There must be a chance. There must be a chance. Brother, you must come back alive. Xiao Wu crazily shouted that strong prayer in her heart. Faith put her whole body in a strange state, and in this state, the red magic lines that had appeared on her skin were suppressed forcefully, and even the icy energy was suppressed. Under the oppression of this persistent belief, it gradually disappeared into the meridians, freeing Xiao Wu from the pain, but these are not important to her at all. If Tang San cannot be resurrected, these are meaningless at all. The god of cookery and goddess of nine colors slowly pushed out both hands. The energy ball in their palms is gradually approaching, and one can clearly see that one after another colored electric lights are stirring between the two light balls. They seem to be repelling each other. The faces of the god of cookery and the goddess of nine colors both showed a little pain. But their hands are still steadily approaching each other. Seeing the two energy balls getting closer and closer, the turbulent electric light between them becomes more and more dense. The violent energy fluctuations even make the outer golden light shield a little bit precarious, flickering. Tang Hao clenched his fists. Like everyone else, they all shouted crazily in their hearts that they must succeed. Finally, those two energy balls were directly above Tang San's body. To be precise, they were facing the huge wound in Tang San's heart, and suddenly the brighter light burst out between the god of cookery and the goddess of nine colors. It was during a burst of intense white light, the bodies of the two Advent gods shining on them became illusory and transparent. The white beam of light crashed down, heavily bombarding the huge wound on Tang San's chest. Tang San's body was illuminated by the white light shaking violently. Every muscle in his body was in sharp convulsions. White snake electricity scattered from the place where the white light fell, spreading to every corner of Tang San's body, incomparably huge energy. Condensed in the air, on Tang San's chest the golden light appeared in the wound, and the originally sealed meridian seemed to be unblocked, and the golden blood splashed out. The blood splashed only for a moment, and was swallowed by the white light, and no one could see the situation of the wound clearly anymore. Tang San's whole body was covered with that layer of strange white radiance. The goddess of cookery and the goddess all frowned. Their hands were clearly seen by the white light. On the side of god of cookery, circles of yellow light kept rising from his feet. Then condensed towards the upper body and finally input it into the hands. On the side of the nine-colored goddess, the light has become nine-colored, and it is also continuously producing energy output. There is no doubt that this white light is what Oscar and Ning Rongrong said before. The light of resurrection is also Tang San's last chance. The longer the light of resurrection persists, the greater the chance of Tang San's resurrection will naturally be. Sure enough, under the light of that white light, the muscles at the wound on Tang San's chest began to contract rapidly. The first constriction was not the fatal wound at the heart, but another wound pierced by the Rakshasa scythe. The wound twisted and wriggled violently, and traces of purple-black airflow were gradually forced out. When the purple-black airflow met with when the white light came into contact, the people outside seemed to be able to hear the shrill screams, which were disappearing bit by bit. At this time, the coldness that had disappeared from Xiao Wu's body suddenly rushed out without warning. Even if it was with Xiao Wu's willpower, she almost lost her mind in this sudden severe pain. Her nerves were always tense, guarding against possible crises from the outside world. The sudden extreme cold was filled with a strong killing atmosphere. Exhaling, Xiao Wu took a quick step back, raised her right arm, and tried to put her mouth on her right arm. Her whole body convulsed violently, but she didn't let her voice out. She would never allow herself to be disturbed. Tang San's resurrection was accompanied by the appearance of the icy frenzied current. Neither Xiao Wu nor anyone else arrived in the first day of the new year. A layer of faint red light quietly spread from Xiao Wu's feet, blending into the floor of the meeting hall of the Jiling Pass Marshal's mansion. Gradually, the red light has been bearing the terrifying and cold impact, but outside the meeting hall, there is a change then, a red light rose from the side of the marshal's mansion. The red light was not very strong, but it completely enveloped the meeting hall in the marshal's mansion. "Do you see that?" a soldier exclaimed. "Do you still need to ask? It must be a sign that Lord Sea God is about to live. Hurry up and pray for Lord Sea God. Lord Sea God has sacrificed so much for the Empire. We must pray for him devoutly. This is also for ourselves and our loved ones. It is also in this red light meeting hall just now." At the same time as it shrouded, the golden mask that originally covered Oscar, Ning Rongrong, and Tang San shattered in the meeting hall, and the surge of divine power flooded the hall in an instant. Everything has turned into a vast expanse of white at this time. They wanted to make a move, but they all found that their bodies could not move in the white light, and even the people around them could not see. Xiao Wu also had a warning sign in her heart, but the strange thing was that she found that she didn't seem worried in her heart, but the terrifying chill of killing was still pounding her heart crazily. Xiao Wu's teeth had already bit into the flesh of her arm deeply, and she refused to make a sound at all. The cold current raged in her body, but she herself was still praying for Tang San's resurrection in her heart. The golden mask was broken, which could only mean one thing, that is, Oscar and Ning Rongrong no longer had any extra power to control the light. The cover protects their aura from being exposed. Master, Tang Hao, and the others are naturally worried that the energy aura here will be exposed and attract Bibi Dong. But in fact, although the building in the Hall of Facts turned white in an instant, the white inside is completely useless. Breaking through the layer of red mask that was just formed outside, was completely suppressed inside, and there was no sign of it passing away. Sitting in the tent in the Wuhuan Empire camp, Bibi Dong was slowly repairing the injuries suffered by her soul, which anyone could not understand. It's unimaginable. In fact, after she sternly killed Tang San, the energy bursting out of the air was almost controlled by the last bit of divine sense. At that time, if the strong from the Heaven Do Empire attacked violently, it might really be possible to hit him, killing her, but what Bibi Dong concealed was too good. She took Qian Renxue and Huliana back to the camp on the grounds of showing Grandmaster face. At that time, she already felt as if her spirit was about to collapse. It's too scary. Bibi Dong's spirit had already been defeated by him. Bibi Dong relied on her second martial spirit, which is now the second spirit, to forcefully pull back a part of her broken spirit and return it to her main body for temporary control. The 3 days she gave to the Heaven Do Empire are not so much for the other party to consider, but for herself and Qian Renxue. As long as there are 3 days, both her and Qian Renxue's injuries can be recovered. At that time, the Heaven Do Empire was in the bag. At this moment, Bibi Dong, who was in the state of repairing her soul, suddenly opened her eyes, and a purple light flashed from the bottom of her eyes. Under her all-out repair, the soul has recovered a little. The breath disappeared. The wisp of Rakshasa divine sense I left on Tang San has completely disappeared, which means that the sea god divine sense that the divine sense resides in has completely dissipated. Tang San, your soul is indeed powerful. After being completely crushed by me, it was a pity that the soul persisted for so long when it was killed again. There was a trace of sincere sigh on the blue ferocious face. Bibi Dong said to himself, Tang San's talent is indeed higher than mine. Faced with 2 gods at the same time, but almost killed us together. His wisdom and strength are beyond my comparability. Just a little bit, he successfully died with me. It's a pity that you still died in my hands. Close your eyes again, Bibi. There was a relieved smile on the corner of Dong's mouth. In her consciousness, Tang San was completely dead. The trace of Rakshasa spirit she left in Tang San's body didn't bring any alarm. 3 days later, Bibi Dong would take over Jiling Pass, and even the entire Heaven Do Empire. How could Bibi Dong know that in order to hide it from her, 3 gods appeared in the conference hall of the Jiling Pass Marshal's mansion, which not only dissipated her divine thoughts, but also forcibly suppressed them. All auras of divine thoughts were completely cut off. Tang San slowly healed the wound pierced by the Rakshasa scythe. He could clearly see the muscles and bones inside were rapidly recovering. After the poison are completely purified, this injury is completely fused, and the next thing is the most critical point. Tang San's heart was pinched and exploded by Bibi Dong. He must reshape the heart and fit it perfectly with the body. Only then can he be resurrected. At this time, god of cookery, and the white light that burst out after the fusion of the 9-colored goddess's hands has risen to a fixed point. Under the white light, the muscles around the huge wound are wriggling violently. During the wriggling, the meridians come out of the wound from the muscle and condense into a channel. The golden color the meridians look very strange. The energy contained in it is extremely huge. Almost every time the energy fluctuates, the meridians will be extended by a few points and gradually merged into one place. The yellow color on the god of cookery and the color on the 9-colored goddess are getting dimmer and darker. The halo created by him became thinner and thinner. Obviously, the energy of Ningrongrong and Oscar's martial soul fusion skill was about to be exhausted. The reason why they were able to use this martial soul fusion skill was their martial soul besides their instant comprehension. When they got the last soul ring, they each got a godly slander, but they didn't know that the god of cookery and the goddess of 9 colors were one of the few couples in the god realm. After making the choice of the two gods, our two spirits, which were originally irrelevant, naturally have a god-level fit, which is the so-called 100% perfect fit. Otherwise, how could they use the spirit fusion technique to attract the two spirits? What about the temporary arrival of a god? In fact, when it comes to god choice, Ningrongrong has the honor of Oscar. On the contrary, it is inevitable that the god of cookery chooses Oscar, because he is the first food type titled Doluor on the Doluor continent, but the goddess of 9 colors may not necessarily choose Ningrongrong. Although Ningrongrong's talent is good and her soul is strong, she has not reached the point where she must be slandered by the gods. It is only possible if her martial soul can reach level 99. The reason why the goddess of 9 colors chose her is mainly because the god of cookery chooses Oscar as his wife. Of course, she can't let her husband inherit it alone. Only by passing on the god's slander to a couple in the god realm can they continue to be at the same level and never be separated. Of course, the reason why Oka and Ningrongrong can directly lead, there are other reasons for the two gods to come to activate this light of resurrection, but no matter what the reason is to activate this light of god-level resurrection, the amount of martial soul fusion skills of Oscar and Ningrongrong will not change. Said that if their energy can't support this skill in the end, Tang San still won't be resurrected. How can it be so easy to resurrect a god? The guardian Doluor of the 7 sacred pillars of Sea God Island are all gathered on the top of Sea God Mountain, sitting on a platform. The moment Tang San was killed by Bibi Dong, the 7 title Doluor had already sensed it, because Tang San stayed behind. That sliver of divine will completely disappeared on Sea God Island, except for the trace left by the death god. How could it disappear? Doluor, the guardian of the 7 sacred pillars, gathered on the top of Sea God Mountain in shock. Before they started discussing, they suddenly felt slight fluctuations in the sea god's divine sense, as if there was some kind of force helping the sea god's divine sense to recover. Next, Doluor, the guardian of the 7 sacred pillars, immediately understood that Sea Dragon Doluor was sitting on the central platform where Tang San inherited the sea god inheritance, and the other 6 Doluor were sitting on a platform. There was a layer of blue halo. This was not the energy Tang San bestowed on them, but the energy they already possessed when they became one of the guardians of the 7 sacred pillars of the sea god. On the entire Sea God Island, a strong golden light was lit up at 7 different locations, and the golden light shot up into the sky. The 7 rays of light condensed into one body in the mid-air, forming a huge light ball like the sun. Immediately afterwards, the entire Sea God Island became transformed at this moment. The golden color, special energy fluctuations are suddenly released from Sea God Island to every corner of the ocean. This is the call of Sea God, and it is the final defense skill that Sea God left on Sea God Island. Only in life-threatening situations can the High Priest lead Sea God. The Guardian Doluor of the 7 sacred pillars came to launch, but at this moment, the purpose of Sea Dragon Doluor leading the crowd to launch this final defense was not to defend, but to call every creature in the sea to pray for the Sea God. Their belief is without a doubt the biggest supplement to the Sea God's divine sense. The first to join this prayer is the group of demon soul great white sharks headed by Xiao Bai. The stronger the strength of the sea life, the stronger the power of prayer. The pious prayers of the soul great white shark group immediately injected a huge power of faith into the defensive golden light of Sea God Island, transformed into the purest soul wave, and arrived at the top of Sea God Mountain. The trace of divine sense left by Tang San remained here. Under the injection of the power of faith, there was a slight fluctuation again. This is just the beginning. Tang San's declaration when he became the sea god, has already spread to every corner of the sea. What's more, even if there is no such declaration, the lives in the sea are still alive. After so many years, they finally have faith again. How could they be unfaithful to the sea god? If there is a god who can come to observe above the sea at this time, he will find that circles of pale golden light are condensing in the direction of Sea God Island in the sea water at an incomparable speed. These pale golden lights are exactly the center of the ocean. The voices of the trillions of lives praying together. They are praying for the sea god, using their own beliefs to strengthen the sea god's divine sense. At this time, in Jiling Pass, the resurrection of Tang San *** has reached the last moment. Oscar and Ning Rongrung's body has gradually appeared in the light and shadow of the descending twin gods, and the divine power of the god of cookery, and the nine-colored goddess, is also gradually detached from their bodies. The energy of the martial soul fusion technique has finally reached the point where it will disappear. At that time, the huge wound on Tang San's chest had partially healed, and he could vaguely see a golden heart gradually taking shape, and every blood vessel was connecting with it for the final docking. Episode 263 Part 1 end here.